or Ethan can help, right? If you want to.
All right. So Ethan, I can give you the link to my slideshow, and you can share the screen if that is okay with you.
Got it. Yeah.
All right. So just one second.
Back to Zoom. Loading up.
So just a second.
Can you join Zoom now?
Join.
Tell everyone what you're doing.
So I'm opening up the weather, my slide. So we'll start with the different type of weather
Can you
in
join
the world.
already? Did you go see your screen?
And my Zoom is connecting right now on my computers.
So everyone can wait for you to 1 minute.
So please wait for me just 1 minute. It'll work very soon.
Can you log in? Can you log in? It's not working. So you want to borrow my laptop here?
Yeah. My computer is having a lot of trouble right now. Go. So Ethan, I guess I do have to use your screen sharing app though. So just for now, open your Gmail. That should be.
I need my so just hang it.
Is it in the email you sent me earlier with the Zoom link, or maybe?
Chí à? Đây có nhiều đấy.
Khi nó đến thì mấy đâu?
Người ta mở ra, bây giờ người ta đang bận.
Con biết tắt không?
Nam, if you want, I can run, like a warming up game while we're waiting. You want me to do it? Ethan? You want me to?
Sure.
Yeah?
I'm not
Okay.
sure where Nam went.
Right. So maybe, I just do a warming up game for the weather, right? Okay.
Sounds good.
All right, excellent. Okay, so give me a second. So everyone, today our topic is about weather. Give me a second. I'm running a blockage weather, right? Right. Now, all my young students of my reading book club, you all know how to play blockage, correct? Okay, right. Yes, I know you all know, right? What I do is I check the weather set. All right, now I haven't played this game before, right? So I see. Okay, this one I'm testing your knowledge. All right. Okay, now let's do. What's your favorite game? Go Quest. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Now let's have 5 minutes of this game. All right. Right. I reduce it to 5 minutes. Okay. All right. And then let's start now. Host now. So everyone, please. My battery is low, so please join the link. Aiden and Nam, you're welcome to join us. You know the experience of the participant. Right. So at the moment I have 20. In the room is about 40. So I'll wait for a few more minutes. Right. Before I start, okay, everyone. Please join quickly. Yeah, still joining 26. So everyone, all the children, let's count 27. Anyone more? When I see a stop, then I stop. Oh, okay. Number stop. I think I want to play it myself too, so I put it here. I can also play. Can you want to play? You can. I think I'm starting now, okay? Sorry for those who are away. Now let's count down. Ken, come here. Counting down. Let's turn off the TV. All right. Okay, counting down. Oh. All right, only 30. Yes?
Nam's mic isn't working. He's on his computer, he says, but his mic is having some problems apparently.
I'm not able to unmute myself.
Oh, he's not able to unmute himself.
Oh, okay. All right. That's why. Okay. So I do. I unmute him. Now I think because maybe is it which name? There are two here. Oh, can you turn on your camera? Then I see. Now. All right. Let us start the game first for everyone to play, and then I do for you. All right. Okay. All right. So I stop share. Give me a second. All right, so everyone, the game start. You can do it. Right now, there are two names here. So which one is our name? Nam Nguyễn, yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, yep, he should be co-host now and he should be able.
Okay.
So at the moment we mute everyone, and when we started, then we can unmute the participant. Some of the co-hosts here, or I can help to unmute everyone. Yeah. Right. I can put the chat. Right. But
Right. So can everyone hear me and see me?
Yes.
yes, but do you want everyone to have few minutes to play the game first? Because the game just
Yes,
started.
that would be all right.
Okay. So I share this game, right? You see, the game is quite fun, right? And I'm not sure if you are able to play the game yourself. But this is how the game is doing. Right. So this is the game. So I'm playing as well. Right. Okay. Ken, come here. You play the game for me. This is English game. You can play. Right here. Come. What is humidity? This game is 5 minutes. Well done, again. You got nothing, so it's okay.
I
Oh,
just guessed.
2. This is yeah. Okay. Now you learn. Well done.
Yay, fine.
Yay. It's hard, huh? Well done. Ooh. Low to high. Good job. Let's. It's funny. Okay. No. No, wrong.
No, you said it was.
No, I said that it's funny. It's, yeah.
Oh.
Have a good guess. Okay. No, you do it.
I don't know.
Okay. No, you help me. Okay, 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 help
I
me.
don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
It's okay. Try. Have a guess.
Ask Sam.
Sam. Do
I
it quick.
don't know.
It's too hard, huh?
That's a guess. I don't know.
No. Okay. Can is a pizza.
Why does it say C?
Nothing. Cold air. Okay, easy. Oh, wow, it's 5 minutes. Yeah, come. Just have a guess, don't worry.
Okay, I have to guess.
Finish, okay? Please.
Hold. I don't know. Ugh, it's still really hot. That.
Okay.
What are cumulus clouds?
Oh,
Warm, moist, and cold. Cumulus clouds are at the ground. Cumulus clouds are puffy, piled up white clouds and cover up the entire sky. They bring in fair weather. Cumulus
well done, Ruby. You're number one right now. Let's see. So 1 minute, the last 1 minute. Who will be the winner? Let's counting down. Wow, Mark is the winner right now. Let's see. Right. Okay, last 30 seconds. Oh, totally you guys all have collected 4.7 million of gold. That's a lot of gold. Yes, okay. Last check. Oh, rice user 2.5 million. And here we are, the winner. It will be Chloe at 1.9 million. Taco number 2, 850,000. And Phương, 800. Also near. Oh, Phương and Taco actually exactly the same. 800,000. 850,000. Well done, everyone. Yes, okay, right. So I stop sharing now. And I think Nam and Ethan, they are ready to run the class. Yes? Nam, are you ready?
All right, can everybody hear me now? All right, then I'll take that as a yes. So I hope everybody had fun. So now we're going to start with our activity. So today we are going to be learning about weather. So as I said earlier, what is weather? So weather is the mix of events that happen each day in our atmosphere. So here you can see the different type of weather. So for example, sunny, cloudy, snowy, or rainy. All of those are all types of weather. So we will first start with one of the basis of weather, which is temperature. So first, I want everybody to know what is one way we can measure temperature. And so one way we measure temperature is by using degrees Celsius. So the higher the degree, which then the warmer the temperature, and the lower the degree, the cooler it is. So first of all, we're starting with the hot temperature. So here are some terms that can describe hot temperature. So everybody look at the top right. You can see this the word boiling hot, which signify very hot temperature. So you can see the example of that through this picture right next to it. And down on the bottom left, you can see the word mild, which means more warm and pleasant temperature. So by this example over here, this picture, you can see the contrast between the two pictures. You see how different it is. So the first one, the heat is more glaring, while the other one, you can see it's more pleasant. It doesn't feel as hot when you look at it. And so an example of hot temperature in degrees Celsius or 37 to 40 degrees Celsius. So this is in the extreme of hot temperature. And so usually it would be more mild, not as much. Sometimes in different part of the world, it can get to as hot as 37, 40 degrees. So next up, we have the opposite of the hot weather, which is the cold weather. So temperature wise, the first word we're going to learn for the cold weather is chilly, which basically means just cold weather. It's not freezing, but it's slightly cold. So if you can see by the picture here. On the other hand, on the left, we have freezing cold, which means very cold weather. And you can see the difference again by the one on the picture on the left. This is snow, which we're going to learn about later. But you can see it's clearly much colder by the amount of snow that's covering up the photo. And so another term we have is below zero. So
Nam, can you unmute yourself? It was a mistake. Yeah.
Okay, can everyone hear me now?
Yes, sorry.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you. No problem. So we have the word below zero, which means when the weather is very cold, the temperature can drop down to below 0 degrees, which basically means it goes into the negative numbers. So example of cold temperature in degrees Celsius is from 5 to negative 10 degrees Celsius. So at that point, it's very cold already. Fun fact is that at 0 degrees Celsius is basically when the point where water starts freezing. So as you can see, that is very cold water. And I believe that for me, my part of the world, we don't get temperature as cold as that. And through my understanding, not a lot of regions in Vietnam has that cold weather. the weather as cold as that. So moving on, we'll start with the different type of weather. So first of all, we'll start with cloudy weather. 1 second, just move the slide. All right, so cloudy weather basically means when the sky is covered up by clouds, and usually what follow that is rain, which we're going to learn about next. But here are some vocabularies. So first, gloomy, which is when the weather is dark with cloud, and there's a very little light shining through, as you can see the example here. And on the other hand, we have clear weather with little to no clouds. So you can see the sun will be shining through. In this case, the weather is sunny, which again we'll learn about later among the slides. So while you played the game earlier, I don't know if you noticed some of the word. They are type of clouds like cumulus clouds. So I'll go through some of the types of clouds. So first, we on the lowest level of clouds, we have first the stratus clouds, which are basically white streaks like that. Basically just straight line of clouds. And another one we have is, as I said earlier, the cumulus, which is more bundled up together, not as long as the stratus clouds, and it looks more fluffy. And then we have a combination of the two, which is called the Cumulus cloud, which are long lines of clouds that look fluffy, is how I would describe it. And that's the last clouds on the lowest level is called the Stratus clouds, which are basically a bunch of clouds bundled up together. It looks very dark, kind of like this clouds I'm pointing at over here. And those and that clouds is one of the clouds that usually bring rain with them. So moving on, next we are going to have rainy weather. So rainy weather is often one of the most common type of weather throughout the world. So so here are the different type of rain. So there's a drizzle, which is basically a light rain that falls, and it basically only falls in small drop. It's not exactly huge, and you will still get soaked wet if you don't use an umbrella, for example, but it's not as dangerous, I would say. On the other hand, you have downpour, which is heavy rainfall, and heavy rainfall, it's much stronger than a drizzle, and sometimes it could cause flood if it could cause flood with the heavy rainfall. So another vocabulary down here is called humid. So humid is basically when the air contains a high amount of water. So where we are all living in Southeast Asia, a large part of where we live, it's very humid. My country, and Ethan, where we are living in Singapore, the weather is very humid. I think Ethan could agree with me.
Oh yeah.
So the humidity can sometimes cause problem like mold. So mold is basically it's a problem. It's a problem if you, for example, if you own something that's wet, for example, and you put it away in a dark place with a lot of humidity, then the mold can start to grow, and it's quite an annoying problem.
I've had it in some of my food before.
Yes, and mold can be dangerous to you if you consume it or inhale it. So next off, we have one that is basically not very common where we live, which is snowy weather. It's like, well, load 1 second. Okay, there we go. So snowy weather. I'm not sure whether anyone here have seen snow. Personally, I have not. So snowy weather. There are again different type of snow. Different type of snowfall, similar to rainfall. So first is a heavy snow, which is when there's a high amount of snowfall, and that can cause a problem because it can. In this picture, for example, you could see that it's basically covering up this car and it's blocking it from moving, which can be a big problem in parts of the world like America. And in the middle, you can see a blizzard. So a blizzard is basically a combination of snow and a large amount of wind, very strong wind. And blizzard can block out our vision, which means it's difficult for you to be able to see things. And it again can cause problem with traffic, like heavy snow, similar to heavy snow. And then the last one we have is hail, which is basically hail is when small balls of ice rain down from the sky. So hail can be especially destructive because it can actually hurt you if the ice ball can be big enough to hit you in, for example, your head, and it can do some serious damage to you. And the variety, the size of the ice can really vary from time to time. So it can be really tiny, or it can be big enough to break something like a car's window. So last of all, with our weather, we have the sunny weather. I believe those sunny weather last. Second class, we have the windy weather. So just 1 second. So windy weather, where the wind is constantly blowing around us, but there are really two end of wind. So first we have strong wind, which is wind with high speed and power, which could basically blow away. If it's strong enough, it could blows away heavy thing, like even it can turn a car over. That's how strong the wind is. And we can have natural disaster like tornado, which is basically very strong wind. It can suck things up into the sky, or a hurricane, which basically a hurricane is basically a storm.
Same thing, just really big,
Similar.
and it comes from the sea.
Yes, thank you, Ethan. And then we have breeze, which is basically a nice and gentle wind. It's quite pleasant, I would say. Ethan, do you have anything to add for the breeze?
Not really. Breezes are nice compared to strong wind.
Yeah, breezes. It's basically just the wind we regularly experience. So last up, we have sunny weather. So here we have sunshine, which is basically the heat and light and emitting from the sun. And it's raining right now in Singapore. So, and on the other hand, opposite the humid weather, we have dry weather, which is basically a very low amount of water in the air with little to no rain. And sometimes dry weather can cause some problem. Ethan, if you want to go over some problem.
It can cause drought and food shortages, so famine. It can kill trees. As you can see in the background, they can lose their leaves and die, which is not good. So it can also sometimes cause heat stroke if like the weather gets too hot and dry at the same time.
Yes. So the things he just said, like drought, that's when it's not the sun just the weather is too dry, there's no moisture, so the plants can't grow and cause a famine, which means it's a shortage of food since there's nothing growing, there's nothing for you to eat. And he also said something about heat stroke. So heat stroke is a condition that can happen to you if you stay in the sun too long without any shade or water. You can get heat stroke, which could potentially kill you. It could be fatal. So then we go on to the seasons. So first season we have is spring. So spring is a warm season with slight humidity. Sometimes you can rain. And spring weather can be either sunny or rainy from time to time. And spring will last from March to May. So that's the third month, the fourth month, and the fifth month. So Ethan, would you like to tell, can you give us some example of like activities we could do during spring?
Some activities would be going for a walk as the weather is nice, so it's not too hot, not too cold. It does have slight humidity, like Nam said, so it's not super dry, and a lot of the grass and trees are blooming, so there's flowers. So.
All right, thank you, Ethan. So the second season is summer. So summer is mostly a very hot season. In most part of the world, it's very hot, much hotter than spring, and it can be very dry sometimes. But in other part of the world, it's not as hot, and some part it's also very humid season. Season. For example, in Singapore, it's summer all years round. We don't have any other season, and summer is most often associated with the rainy season. So during the summer, it could rain a lot. And summer, on the other hand, lasts from June to August. So basically, each season lasts around 3 months. And during the summer, you'll see a lot more of the sunny season, and sometimes also the rainy season. But then next up we have autumn. So autumn is a very cool season, and it's mostly dry. So during autumn, it can be very windy as well. You can have strong wind, connecting back to the windy season. And autumn, that's supposed to say autumn, sorry about that. But autumn is lasts from September to November. And as you can see in this picture, autumn is close to the winter. So for the trees to survive the winter, since in the winter all the water is frozen, so the trees need to conserve their water to stay alive. So what they do is, as you can see here, their leaf turn orangish brown, and they eventually fall off just before the winter, so that they don't lose any water they have stored up, and so they can survive through the winter. And usually these sites are very beautiful, as you can see in the picture of all the trees with their leaf turning this color. It can be very beautiful. And then finally, the last season we have is winter. So in the winter is very cold and dry season, and winter in parts of the world has snow and other conditions like hail. We here living near the equator, which is basically we live in an environment that's more tropical, it's more humid, it's not as dry. So for winter, we don't really have snow. And so we don't really experience winter like other parts of the world, like for example, America or Canada, those countries, they live a little farther from the equator. So did someone raise a hand? Yes.
Wait,
Kate.
don't do it. If you need
Yeah.
anything, you can chat to the host, okay? Yeah. Why you no don't let them can yeah.
All right. All right. So as I was saying, so winter generally lasts from December to February. And so, Ethan, could you give me some examples of activities you can do during winter time?
Well, you could go skiing or snowboarding, which is when you take two boards and slide down mountains. It's quite fun. Another thing you could do is make snowmen. So use the snow to create
You basically roll them up in the ball and stack them on each other and try to make a human shape. That's the snowman. And so all these seasons, we have, well, more or less one of these seasons where we live during the world, in the world. So the weather is not all the same in all part of your country. So for example, in Vietnam, the weather is not all the same. So part of the place can be very sunny and dry. But say if you go up on the mountains, for example, the weather get a lot cooler, where you still get rain, but it's a lot cooler compared to down the mountains where there's the sun. And about next, we'll talk somewhat about climate problems. So currently in the world, the main climate problem that everyone is discussing about is climate change. So basically, climate change is for the Earth is basically right now the weather is getting hotter. So when the weather all around the world get hotter, it could be a problem. So for example, in the part of the world, I think like Antarctica, where we have the big iceberg, which are the basically giant mass of ice. When the weather get hotter, they make the iceberg start melting, and that's a big problem in the world. Sometimes the ocean level start rising too. And Ethan, can you tell me some way that the season, for example, affect the life of people around the part of the world?
well, people usually dress differently according to the weather so that you're not too cold or hot so you feel uncomfortable. So like for colder weather, so like the winter you would wear long sleeves instead of short sleeves. It can also affect whenever you start working, it can also affect how you get to work. So traveling.
All right. So does anyone in the audience want to describe the weather of their country to me? Anyone?
Okay, so I invite Gum. Gum raise the hand, yes. So
Yes.
when you raise the hand, then I will start inviting, okay? Yeah.
All right, so I see that three people have raised their hand. 4 people.
Gum, you can unmute yourself now. If not, Gum,
Yep.
are you here? If not, then I go to those people who have their camera on. So Chloe,
Well, in my country, there is no snow because I don't know, the weather there is warmer, and also there is no such thing as blizzards. Since I said before, there is no snow, and we don't have hail, but we do have floods, earthquakes. Oh no, earthquakes, another one. And right now the days are really rainy, so it's a weather season. And some places in Vietnam is flooding, but in my place it's not. And yeah, that's time.
All right, thank you, Chloe. So next person, anyone else?
so I invite Mark. Mark,
Um,
you can unmute, yes.
my country is like Chloe, but there's are many beach. I think Chloe and I are in the same countries, and the weather here it have no snow. There is no blizzard or
What's the
hurricane.
temperature?
Mark, what do you think the temperature of where you live is?
It is changing temperature, so it's the day when it can get hot or cold, dependent on the weather. I don't know what the weather is. There's change the weather every day.
Right now, how does it look like?
And how does it look like right now? Is it hot right now?
Yes. Can you say that again?
How is the weather like right now?
It's sunny outside. It was the middle of the day. It's very hot.
I see.
Okay, so I
Um,
invite the next one. Yeah. Mark, you would like to continue? Okay, I invite the next one, yeah. Joanne, please. No?
Yes.
Okay, right.
Way for them to talk is to invite them to comment on the slide. They can pick whatever slide and then you show the slide.
I forgot.
Can you explain the weather where you are living right now?
It's hot. It's sunny. It's and very hot. I in my room and very sleepy.
Does it rain a lot where you live?
No, it's very sunny.
I see. All right. Is there anything else you want to add?
No.
Can I invite Trần Đại Phong? I see you didn't raise a hand, but I see your camera is on.
yes.
Right. Either Nam or Ethan can ask from the questions.
You show me one slide. And tell me how.
What is your favorite weather, Phong?
My favorite weather is summer because it's not cold. It's warm and hot.
What you want to do during the summer?
Yeah, I want to go to the pool going to play football with my friend.
Okay, thank you. Right, now I invite, thank you, Phong. Now I invite Leo. Ethan want to ask Leo any questions? So I will invite and then Ethan will ask them the questions and they can answer you, okay?
Yes.
Ethan,
Do you?
I don't really hear you.
Oh, okay.
Now,
Is
yes,
this- okay. Is this okay? Can you hear me?
yes, we can hear you. Now, can you ask Leo the question? He's waiting for you. He's waiting to
Oh.
answer you.
Okay. What's the question again?
Any question, Ethan? Any
Any question? Okay.
about the weather?
Do you like it when it rains or do you like it when it's not rainy?
Can you speak again?
Do you like it when it's rainy or not rainy?
I don't like rainy because I can't go outside and play.
Thank you, Leo. Now, Dennis, Bảo Duy.
Dennis?
Yes, thank you.
You want to share about weather where you're living?
Oh, of course. Right now it's 33 degrees and 33 degrees Celsius, and there's a 80 chance of raining in Ho Chi Minh City right now, and the weather is very nice. It's not too windy. It's not raining. It's sunny and warm.
Thank you, Dennis. Your
Dennis?
background is big, yeah.
So, Dennis, can I ask you a question?
Of course.
So, if you had the chance, would you like to experience snow?
Can you say again?
If you have the chance, would you like to experience snow?
I think I go with another one because Dennis' background is too noisy. Even Dennis couldn't hear. So if Dennis, can you move to somewhere that is less background noise? Yeah. All right, Mark.
Okay.
You can answer the same questions.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What is your weather in Philippines?
What is the weather in the Philippines?
Yes.
Well, I have never been to the Philippines, but from what I heard from my friends, it's similar to the rest of Southeast Asia. So it's hot sometimes, and there's also rain. But that's the extent of my knowledge because I've never been there.
Oh.
Do you mean Singapore, Mark?
So no, not that.
Oh, because Nam and Ethan are all from Singapore. You ask Philippines, probably they don't know, but they can tell you a lot about Singapore weather. You want to know about Singapore weather?
Yeah.
All right, Singapore weather. Ethan, would you like to describe Singapore weather?
Sure. Well, it's really hot a lot of the time, and during certain times of the year, it rains almost every day or every other day. So it is, and it's also very humid. And yeah.
Yes, and it's raining right now. And sometimes in Singapore, we do get lightning, which could potentially be quite dangerous.
Yeah, and here too, there are many storms in here. And it's kind of rains a lot more than sunny day in here. So the weather is very cold.
Mm.
Do you want to know what is the weather in Melbourne right now?
Yes.
Okay.
You are in the USA.
No, I am in Australia.
Oh, Australia.
Okay, so I am in Melbourne City. Today is the end of the winter. Next month, September, is spring. Right. So today we're lucky because it is winter, but we got sun, so it is sunny. So it is big warm during the lunchtime. But normally in the morning it's very, very cold, and evening is also very cold. But today we have beautiful weather.
Oh, and today in Vietnam it is summer. It's kind of like the end of summers, and this Monday I will go to another Monday I will go to school.
Okay, now anyone else? We still have a few hand raising. Ethan and Nam, will you be happy to continue a little bit more?
Sure. Of course.
Yes, okay, because we start a bit late, yeah, we got few difficulties. So I let everyone who raised the hand have a chance to introduce about where they are living, or if they want to ask any questions from our host, Ethan and Nam, right? So let I see, Shuri. Shuri.
Hi. Can any of you guys hear me? It's like,
Yes. I love
Okay.
you. I like your picture, Shuri.
oh, I just got it from an anime. Don't mind it.
Of course, I know where it's from.
Just like for a brief saying, I don't really understand the weather. Weather here is like, sometimes it rains like maybe once a week, but then it kind of boils me for the rest of the week. It's like it's so hot, and then right, I think sometimes in the afternoon, 3 or 4 o'clock, and then like the sun was like the light, it was shining bright, and then suddenly it went dim, and then well, the wind started blowing like with a fast speed, and thunderstorms came. It all came in a flash. And I remember one time when I was sitting just chilling the time away, because like I finished my homework and stuff, and then I was reading just like, I think it's the 5th Harry Potter book, the Order of Phoenix, and then it's like I can't manage how the wind and the rain came, and then like I think I got a bit of water spilled into my room. It's like it started raining all of a sudden, and then I have no idea what to do.
Right. Where do you live, Shuri?
I live in Ho Chi Minh City in District 8, and
Oh, I
it's
see.
kind of weird.
I see. Ho Chi Minh. Yeah, been there, done that. So does the weather affect the way you feel? Like, for example, if it rains, does that make you sad, happy, or anything like that?
I don't really care. Like, I just want to have like a good time just reading books, and like it's peaceful, and well, it's not making me feel like too hot or too cold. It's like sometimes like the weather is like it drops dramatically, and then I have to cover myself up to stay warm.
All right,
Now,
thank you.
Nam and Ethan, if you want, you can, choose the participant and then unmute themselves. You know how to do it? Yeah?
Sure.
Okay. That I like to control it. So
Sure. All right. Ethan, do you want to choose someone?
Sure, why not? But just anybody?
Yes.
Your hand raised?
Anyone? The hand raise.
Start with James.
Yes.
Do you have any questions or things you would like me to ask you?
Yes. My favorite weather is winter and summer. But I'm living in Vietnam. But today is summertime. I am live in Pleiku City. So in Vietnam now have winter. In America, United States
Có
have
cái con chặt đi, vẽ sai hết vẽ đi, vẽ được bài.
Can you?
Sorry, I know it will happen. That is when now that's why I have to unmute everyone. You can see. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we get used with that, so we just continue, but I will control to to open, unmute whoever I know. Okay. All right. Okay, no worry.
All right. James, do you want to continue?
okay. In Vietnam now have the winter, but United States or big America have winter.
Yes, you're right. There's no winter in Vietnam. In the United States, well, I've only been there once. Ethan, does every part have winter in the United States?
Actually, not really. In Texas, we have winter, but it doesn't snow. So it doesn't get very cold, but only in the south of America.
All right. Right. So next, T, do you want to go? T Mai? T Mai?
If you pick them, can you unmute for them? You ask them to unmute, Nam?
Ask to unmute.
Yeah. So when you click on that, there is the option ask to unmute.
All right, there you go.
I know nhịp cầu tri thức for a few days ago, and today is the first time I joined this club. And Vietnam is a tropical country, and weather is hot most of the year. I wish that I can move on another country which has 4 seasons of the year, especially is autumn, because the weather is atmosphere and leaves turn from green to red or yellow. Very excited for autumn. Yes, that's my idea.
Is there any country specifically you would like to move to?
Actually, I want to move on Canada or America. Yes, it's good for my daughter for studying. So I try to study English and work to to help my daughter make your dream a study abroad come true.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Can I invite Curtis?
Yeah. Hello Nam and hello Ethan. How are you?
I'm good, thank you very much.
Yeah, I have a question for Nam. So what exactly time in your hometown now? Your room is look very dark.
Could, Curtis, could you say that again? I didn't quite hear you. And also you're muted.
Okay, what time in Singapore now?
Oh,
What time? Yeah.
Oh, it's 3:13 p.m. right now. It's
Yeah.
raining quite heavily outside.
It's 3. Is that 3? It's 3 p.m. in Singapore now.
Yes, it's 3 p.m. in Singapore, and it's 2 p.m. in Vietnam.
Yeah. Your room look pretty dark.
Yes, I know. But we just turn on the light, so it shouldn't be as dark anymore.
Go ahead. We talk about weather in Vietnam more specific. Okay. As you know, Vietnam, there are 4 seasons in Vietnam: is spring, summer, autumn, and winter. You didn't hear me wrong. In fact, there is still not snow in Vietnam, but it is only available in the northwestern mountains.
All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Yeah.
In the spring, weather is quite comfortable. It is warm and drizzly a little bit. At that time, trees and flowers start blossom in the summer, and in the summer, the weather is become hot and wet, and there are sudden and short showers. My favorite season is autumn, and when it's become mild and cooler, the winter is the coolest season of the year, and it's very dry. However, in central and the south, there are only 2 seasons: the rainy and the dry. You know.
Yes, I know.
Yeah, and the rainy season is lasts from April to November, and it's hot and humid, as you say. By contrast, the dry season starts in December and end in March. It's very hot and dry without rain. Yeah.
Yes.
It's really
Curtis,
I-
you like
I
to
have-
introduce yourself a little bit?
Yes, if you want. So my name is Kim in Vietnamese. That Khiem. You can call me Curtis. Yeah, it's for easy. I have a question.
Yes,
I'm
you have a
six.
question?
I'm 16 years old. I'm so are you both in the same class? Ethan and now?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. So Ethan is 15 and you are 14.
Yes, I'm 14.
Yeah.
I will be 15 in around 3 more months.
Okay, I see.
Then Curtis is dân tộc dễ, the minority group. People in Vietnam in Kon Dak Lay, the
Actually,
mountain area. Yes.
Yes, I live in Central Highland.
So you can imagine, how amazing is Curtis English, right? With, the very hard conditions, no English language center, right? So I guess that most often, Kim, Curtis, you only learn English online, yeah? And with nhịp cầu sinh ngữ, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's been with us for a year in our program. And Curtis also learned piano online with the Australian teacher. And he can communicate directly with the teacher, Australian piano, professional Australian piano teacher.
Wow, I'm impressed, Curtis.
It's very cool.
Yes, and it's dân tộc dẻ. Alright.
Yeah,
So it's a minority group in Vietnam.
ethnic group. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, Curtis, I need to move on to another people. Okay. All right. So
Okay.
Vân Lê.
Hello. Your turn. Emily.
Hello, Vân. You want to ask something or you want to say something?
No. Yes, of course. That's why I raised my hand.
Okay.
Not because I wanted to sit here. Well, the temperature, me and my sister, this is my sister. Emily, say hello. We're living in Nha Trang, which is down south in Vietnam. It's really sunny here. Nha Trang and Ho Chi Minh are not exactly close to each other, but we do have the mostly same temperature, which is hot. Well, a few years ago, when I was like 3 years old, I used to live in the UAE, and it was boiling hot every single day, and I didn't even mind it. We lived there for 3 years, and that 3 years, I think it rained like once a year. So I've never really seen rain until I went back to Vietnam, and I was like, wow, this is so much rain. I didn't know that it could rain this much here because I was really small. So I was like, yeah. And my little sister, Emily, is born in the UAE, so she has no idea how dry it was. She just cried because it was so hot. That's it.
I see. Thank you. And I also noticed that you are using the vocab we were learning earlier. So good job. That's a very interesting story. I don't know if you guys could have, I don't know if you guys heard that, but there was a really loud thunder sound just now.
So probably you couldn't play tennis tonight.
Oh, no, definitely not.
I just heard it.
So we continue, and when you want to finish, you just let me know, okay? You think you
Right.
want to continue or not?
Yeah, we can keep going.
Okay, great. All right. So next, so I will pick up those who turn on the camera and raise their hand. Yeah. Stephanie.
So it's given a challenge to use the vocabulary with each other and say something. Okay?
Stephanie.
Sentence with
Yes.
challenge.
So I have a question to you that you can give me a question. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, a question.
Challenge.
And also, I have a challenge for you. Is to use the vocabularies we learned earlier from the slideshow. When you're talking. So, let's. Do you like the weather in your country?
I'm in Dalat now, so the weather is rainy and it has some hail, and let me see. I feel this is a very healthy rain here, and it's like cloudy. Yeah.
All right, thank you, Stephanie.
Okay, thank you, Stephanie. Nhật Minh Nguyễn. Would you like to ask any questions or want to share something?
Yes. Can you ask me a question?
Sure, we can ask a question. Oh, actually, Ethan, do you want to ask a question?
Sure. What is the weather like in your hometown?
It's rainy here.
It's raining here.
Hỏi hai người đang ở cùng một
Yeah.
Good.
What will be your favorite weather, Nhật Minh?
My favorite weather. My favorite weather is spring.
Like spring. That's a season, but why do you like spring? Do you have- okay.
All right, thank you, Nhật Minh. Now, Nhật Phương. I'm not sure if you are brother or sister with all the with same name Nhật Phương, Nhật Minh. Nhật Phương.
Hi.
Yes.
Hello. Do you have any question or do you want to add something? Nhật Phương. All right then. Okay, then we can move on to someone else.
Okay, Bảo Châu Lê.
Well, so yeah, I'm asking that, do you have any like rock storms, like the rock that falls from the sky, like pieces of ice?
Like hail?
Yeah, like hail. But it's not snow. It's not snow, but it's ice. Like it's really hard. Bouncing your head like
Yes, the thing we learned earlier, hail. In Singapore, we do not get hail. Simply, we just don't get hail. I don't think. I don't believe that it. Yeah, I don't believe it can get cold enough for us to have hail. In other, Ethan, you lived in the United States. Was there hail in Texas?
Once, and it's not very pleasant because it dented the car.
How big was the ice?
It was around this big. It wasn't too big, but it was, you could hold it in your hand. It was,
ouch.
It was big, yes.
We don't have it much. It's but we still have it in Vietnam. And yeah, but I still like watching videos of people saying, "Oh, there's it," and I actually not saying that I wish there is. It's just that it's funny. I'm not evil, okay? So bye.
Okay. Now I have a question for the next person, or the next few persons. Do you think people who live in a cold weather have different personality to people who live in the warm or hot places? So maybe Ethan and Nam want to answer?
Me, isn't sure. For me, I'll say, not exactly. Maybe it will affect the way they live, their culture, how their way of life may change. But personality wise, everyone have this a unique personality. So, and generally, I don't see how the weather could really affect their personality, except maybe if it's really cold, maybe if there's a lot of snow, it gets really annoying. Maybe, but then again, I don't really see how it could change your personality. So I would say no. They don't really have different. Well, no, they don't have different personality because of the weather. But yes, they have different personality because everyone's personality is unique. What about you, Ethan?
I think pretty much the same thing. I don't really think it could change much. Maybe on like in some parts of the States, people are a bit more grumpy than other areas. let's say. So, but otherwise, like environmentally, I don't really see how weather could affect their personality.
Okay, thank you. Question. Thank you, Ethan and Nam. Anyone want to share how to answer that questions? I see Katie. Katie? All right. I'm not sure if you are able to answer that questions. Do you think people who live in a cold weather have different personality to people who live in warm or hot places? Tuha?
I think that this is true.
Okay, right. Now you can answer easier question then. What do you like the weather in your hometown?
Yes, I do like the weather in my hometown.
Why?
It has 4 seasons.
Do you love all the 4 seasons?
Yes, I love all the 4 seasons because each of 4 seasons I can do many things different from the other season.
Okay. You will have any questions for Nam and Ethan?
Hey, can I ask a question?
Sure.
Sure, go ahead, James.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, you can ask a question.
Yes.
Today is ready to rain and windy.
So it's,
In my house.
so it's windy and about the rain.
But it is rainy weather in my house.
I see.
Okay, now I see the next. Thank you, James. Next person, Nghi Nguyễn.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Any questions? Anything you want to share?
I don't think so.
All right, then let me ask you a question.
Okay.
What is, describe your favorite season?
Well, my favorite season is rain because it's usually cold and I get hot easily. So every time it rains, I like it because it's cooler. And also it's the atmosphere turns darker, which is my favorite type of atmosphere.
So you're just like me then. So so you like when the weather is cooler. Do you think you would like winter or autumn?
Yeah, I think I do because like I just like it when it's really cold so I can like wear more clothes.
I see. Thank you, me. Oh yeah, where do you live?
Oh, I live in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh also. Okay. All right. Next person.
Nguyễn Lan Phương, please. Nguyễn Lan Phương, you can unmute. Yeah.
Yes. I just want to ask something. Well, I have been to Singapore but now I just at home. So I just want to ask you to describe the weather at Singapore.
You, yeah. Oh.
Sorry, Phương, you asked Nam or you asked Ethan? Or both?
I asked both.
Okay.
I didn't quite hear your question. Could you repeat it?
I want to ask, can you describe describe about the weather at Singapore?
Oh, describe the weather in Singapore. Right, I'll take it. So the weather in Singapore, it's extremely hot, almost all the time. There's quite a lot of rain, especially during the rainy season. Sometimes it rains almost every single day, every single minute in the day. Aside from that, it's also very humid, as I said. So there can be a lot of mold, and there's lightning. Then again, aside from that, we don't really get any of the seasons in Singapore. The out of the 4 seasons, spring, summer, autumn, and winter, we only have summer all years round. And aside from that, we have the rainy and sunny season. It's kind of similar to Vietnam, some part of Vietnam, I believe.
Ethan?
Yeah, I believe so as well. It's I'd say it's just, you know, rainy and then the sun is just like there's been weeks where it's rained every single day for like the whole day. So, and I think it is quite a bit like Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam once. In some parts of it, I think it's pretty similar. So.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Ethan. Now, Nhung Mai. Oh, you gone? Nhung Mai. I just saw the camera. He or she was on the camera and now turn it off. One more time, Nhung Mai. Okay, if it's not, I move to Kim Tâm.
Mình lên mà nói không?
Kim Tâm. Kim Tâm. You want to share anything with us about weather?
Okay. I'm in Vietnam. Today there's sunny and it's not rain.
How old are you and where you living, Kim Tâm?
I'm living in
Sài Gòn.
I live in Bình Dương.
Oh, Bình Dương. Okay. How old are you?
I'm 10 years old.
Oh, 10 years old. I see. So
okay, now do you want to continue? I may ask two of the hosts the last question, the big questions. And then I give you a challenge. If you can answer these questions for more than 1 minute non-stop. And I will put my timer on to count. Okay, I put my stopwatch. Can I have my stopwatch? Or you can measure yourself, right? Okay, you ready, Ethan and Nam? Yeah, okay. Right, now my question, who want to be first?
I'll
Ethan
take,
or Nam?
I'll take it.
Okay, Nam, well done, Nam. Right, so my question to you, do you think there are any problems with the world's climate now? And
Oh
if
boy.
there is, what are your suggested solutions? Right now, let's see. So Ethan, can you put the stopwatch? I don't have my phone here.
Climate, yeah, I'll switch it on. Get one real quick.
So we see if you know how long can Nam say about this topic non-stop.
I'm gonna start.
When Nam start, you start the stopwatch, and you stop when he stop.
Okay. Ready, go.
All right. So, is there a problem with the weather currently? Yes, there is. There's climate change. So, climate change, which is caused from, for example, CO2 produced from cars, factory pollutions. So, yes, there is a problem with the climate right now. Aside from climate change, one of the thing is the pollutions from, for example, factories. They cause smog, which are clouds full of pollutions. And those clouds full of pollution, they stay up there until a rain cleared out. And when that happened, we get something called acid rain, which by the name of it, acid rain, it does damage the ground. If it lands on crops, the crops will die. So that's a problem. That's a problem for farmers, among other things. And back to climate change, the global temperature is rising. And when the global temperature raises, as I said earlier, the ice caps are melting. And although right now the temperature change is not exactly, the highest change, I would say. It's not going like, we're not instantly burning up, but the slight change in temperature, it will accumulate over time. So at one point it'll get too hot, and then that could be a big problem. And I believe the ocean level is also rising. And so when the ocean level rise, well, that's a problem for the coastal cities, wouldn't you say? And so solution to this problem, one of the main thing we talk a lot about in like school, for example, is trying to reduce our carbon footprint. So to do that, one of the ways is to use more reusable energy source, like for example solar, wind, anything that's not fossil fuel. So fossil fuels, for example oil, the gasoline that we use and we burn to create energy. So trying to find another source of energy that is cleaner for the environment, not as damaging to the environment, is one of the primary way we can help reduce the climate problem. However, right now those methods are not exactly the best. They are too expensive, so not a lot of parts of the world are using solar or wind power. So expense is one of the main problem. No one wants to spend a lot of money because they really don't. A lot of people care more about money than say the environment. And another way is one of the things that produce a lot of CO2 is say cattle farming. To produce meat, you have to raise cows, and cows they produce a lot of methane gas and CO2. So that's a problem for the environment as well. I don't right now there's not exactly a quick fix for any problem with the climate. I think, say it takes around. I'm way past time, aren't I?
Okay, so the record set now is Nam to do it, or Phong Trần Đại Phong, you said you volunteer to count, so count it, and then we have to beat this record. And when I mean non-stop, is non-stop. Actually, Nam stop nearly the end, right? So we should stop at that point. Right? Okay, ready? Nam, when you're ready.
Me again?
Huh? So do you have the phone there? Can you set the stopwatch?
One second. Get the stopwatch.
Yeah. And after we finish this, probably we should finish the lesson today, okay?
All right, I got the stopwatch whenever ready.
Right. So when Ethan start, you start your stopwatch.
Okay.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, start.
So I do think there is a problem with the climate. As Nam said, there's climate change currently going on, which is caused by, like Nam said as well, methane production from cows, and also pollution from cars and factories, and any type of other equipment, even farming equipment that uses oil or any type of fossil fuel, which can include petrol or coal. So even if you burn a lot of stuff, that also creates a lot of carbon dioxide and releases it into the atmosphere, creating different layers. It also can sometimes get rid of the ozone layer, which can so it allows more sunlight to get through, and a lot more heat as well with that sunlight, causing a lot of crops and other things to dry up and can die, actually. Another thing is chemical pollution from plants and chemical plants and nuclear power plants, which are actually alternative sources of energy, but we have to be careful about these, specifically nuclear energy, because it can be quite dangerous, especially if it gets into the environment that's not exactly, built for high nuclear radiation. But I think sources like turbines, wind turbines, hydroelectric dams, which create energy from rivers, the water moving through it, and solar panels as well. So
that's it.
How many minutes? How many seconds, Em?
All right, I'll post in the chat. That is 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
Okay. So for today's game, the weather game or the climate change problem, Nam is the winner. Congratulations, Nam. All right. So what is our next week topic, Nam and Ethan?
Next week topic. See, Ethan, do you have anything, Ethan, anything you're particularly interested in?
Not really. We could talk about maybe the environment and animals, I guess, and anything like that.
The environment.
Good. Yeah, we could talk
I
about.
think the weather environment is similar.
Yeah, it's quite similar. So maybe something. Oh, has everybody learned about areas where you live? So like stores and stuff like that.
You the host, you pick the topic.
So like so like a different area in like a city or a town, for example? So like a market,
Yeah.
things like that, buildings, shops, etc.
Okay.
Okay.
I open the chat. If any audience, if you can have, 1 minute suggestion,
Yes.
yeah, and then we will pick what is is being voted by more people. Right. On the young person, if you want to vote for the topic next week, I vote for food topic. I love food. Yes, Mark is smiling.
Volcanoes. I got a direct message that
Sport?
says volcano.
Oh.
You like sport? Sport is the topic next week.
Nam, do you want to pick?
All right, so we got either food or we got food. I got another suggestion that says music. Although I'm not exactly the best I'm not exactly the most knowledgeable about music per se. So we got volcanoes, music, and food. For sure. Food would. So Ethan, you have preference?
Food sounds good to me.
Food? All right, we can go food.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone. We started with, I think, around over 50 or nearly 60 as the highest number. And now we've been more than 1 hour, 50 minutes. And we have 43 people in the Zoom for the first section. That's amazing. Yes. All right. Okay. I can hear that, Cherry said, I really admire young people in our class today. So the next week is about young generation. Okay, this may be the week after.
Sure, maybe the week after.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's
generation.
Okay, thank you, Nam. Thank you, Ethan, for your time. I
Thank
know
you.
that today, because of the raining weather, so you can stay a bit longer with us. All right.
Sorry about the technical issues at the beginning about that.
Yeah. No worries. So hope everyone enjoy the section and see you next week with food. So probably the topic that you prepare is your favorite food. What kind of dishes can you cook? And then, any story about food that you would like to share. Right? And probably Nam and Ethan will prepare some information, interesting information about food in Singapore for us to know. I love Singaporean food. I mean, it's so many different choices. Yeah.
Yes, can do.
Okay.
Hey.
Ethan, are you American? I mean, before Singapore, where were you born? Were you born in America?
Me, I was born in the USA, but I moved immediately back to Vietnam and I stayed there for like 13 years. And now I'm in Singapore.
Yeah. How about Ethan?
I've lived in 4 different countries actually. So I was born in England, then we moved to the US and my little brother was born. Then we moved back to England, then to Korea, back to the US, and now we're living here in Singapore, and it's been 4 years since we moved here.
Oh, why you moved so many countries, in a short period of time?
Yeah, my dad's job. So
because of your parent career.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. We get to know you more in the next few weeks. Thanks a lot, Nam and Ethan and everyone. All right. Bye for now.
Right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you for coming.
Hey, Dufan. I know Ethan Apple is Singapore.
Okay.
All right.
Right. Bye-bye.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah. Have a nice Saturday evening.
Thank you. You too.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
I'm ready for the one.